Lady Lily back with another video, and this is the Housewives of Potomac season 4 episode 13, opening up old wounds. Let me just brighten this up a little bit. So the show opens up with Giselle. She's calling Ashley. She wants to move forward. She realized she said some things to Ashley at Juan's birthday party that was just, not right, but she's typical Giselle. And she wants to let Ashley know that she got her back, and she would like to invite her and Robin out to see the new home that she purchased. And Ashley decides to take her up on her offer. Candace and Chris are house hunting, and they are looking at this one home in particular. It's beautiful. It's lovely. It got the vibe. It got views, and it got everything that Candace and Chris is looking for. However, the price is of question. The realtor tells Candace and Chris that the price has been lowered. It went from 2.799 million to 2.5 million. They go and sit down to talk, and Candace feels like it's an idea. It's just an asking price. In other words, Candace saying that maybe they can negotiate, but she admits like they really don't have a set budget, but she feels like anything in like 2 million and down might be suitable. Chris likes the house, and he wants Candace to be happy, but he said he does not want to struggle. Struggle living in this house. And Candace is just running down. She said, well, I got the headline, I got the pageant consultant, I got all this other stuff. And she also mentioned that she has her trust if push comes to shove. So the producers are asking her about her trust, and she is saying she'd rather not talk about it. And she said she doesn't feel like right now is the best time to ask her mom to give her access to the trust. Candace said her mother would give her access to the trust when she feel like she needs to. Ashley and Robin meets with Giselle at her new home. It's actually nice. It has a lot of potential. Robin asked, because it was a little trip out to Giselle's house, she had a lot to drink, and she needs to pee like really bad. So she goes to use the bathroom, and the camera's panning into the bathrooms. In the bathroom, that toilet, honey, is simply not up to par. Giselle gives the girls footies. They take a walk on the outside of the property, and they toast and have a drink to Giselle's new beginning. The conversation, in the conversation, they do bring up what Katie was saying about Monique, because Katie feels like Ashley, okay, hold on. Ashley felt that Giselle was being shady, and they was talking about that from Juan's party, and they were, telling Ashley things about what Katie was saying about her, that she's dumb, and mentioned the conversation that Katie's boyfriend and Michael had. And Ashley feels like Katie, she thought Katie was being a friend and being supportive, but Katie was actually being fake. Ashley brought up the situation about Monique and showing her the text message that she had, the text message of the conversation that she and Monique has had. It moves over to Karen and Wade. They are cooking seafood dinner. Ashley is home. She's on her computer. She says she's working real hard. What she's working on, we don't know. And Brandon, Karen's son, actually come over for dinner. And Karen said it's not often that they have both of their kids together, being that, Raven is in college, and that Brandon works in a part of Virginia, but it was just nice for them to get together and enjoy a good meal. Karen said that some of the, opinions she got, that people feel like her fragrance, Madame, that's coming out can be unisex. Ray feel like that would not be a good idea, as he said that would not be a good name for a male scent. Karen believes that her and Ray really couldn't go into business together just because they have different opinions and different views. Ashley and Michael are out for dinner. Michael still pretty much is not feeling the girls. He really feel like they still being shady, and he also feel like if supporting Ashley will also mean being supportive of him as her husband and support them as a couple. The conversation from there leads to Ashley making this decision that her and her mom will go to Georgia to try to meet her dad. Michael don't think it's a good idea that her mom was going, but Ashley says she wants to do it, and she actually feel like her mother would be the best person of support to go. From there, it shows Ashley doing yoga, bringing in Zen, trying to get to that calm and peaceful place, and that's part of her workout. She decides to call her aunt Sheila, who is actually her biological dad's sister. She was happy to hear from her. She said she hadn't heard from her in a while, and then she just was trying to encourage Ashley, just let her know, great, you can come down here, but don't be surprised if the response you get if you get a response that you was not prepared for. From there, Monique is at home. She is 34 weeks pregnant. She can't move up the steps as quickly. Chris is suggesting that she takes the elevator, but she said she had got going, so she want to move up the stairs. The kids are clowning once again. These kids are like bad as hell. They just bad as hell. They just all over the place. And for Chris to be like this big monster football player, dude, you don't think these kids would be a little more disciplined, a little more well trained? And that's James Cardwell from Spillet Boy, who has a YouTube channel on here. He always say they're not public ready, and I agree, James. They are not public ready. So as Chris is trying to get the kids to settle down, brush their teeth, and head to bed, Monique yells for Chris. She is saying her water broke. Chris is freaking out. He is calling 911, and then Monique was like, Chris, yeah, hang up the phone. And she says she's not a layer. She is actually a joke. It was her opportunity for Monique to see, like, how do they plan to respond, and what's going to be the move once she do go into labor. Like she was saying, now she feel like she needs to pack a bag so they can have a plan of action, because Chris was freaking out. He was calling 911. I'm like, well, don't you just pack the mama up and just drive her to the hospital? I mean, this ain't your first rodeo. This is actually your third kid. So why don't you just hop her onto the car, take her on to the hospital, and that's it? That's what I'm saying. So anyway, it's a joke. Monique was pretty much pulling Chris' leg, and he said he didn't think that was funny. It is gala time. And earlier in the episode, Robin had mentioned that her and Giselle was invited to a gala that was connected with Katie. So it is gala time, and Candace invites her mom to come with her. She's telling her mom she needs a 2 limit on drinks. Giselle arrives, and she's asking them how is the therapy going with Dr. Ken. Of course, Monique's mom is being shady boots, and Candace is trying to be reserved and polite, but Giselle could really tell that Candace's mama ain't feeling the whole. She ain't taking in and being receptive to what is actually going on. Katie arrives with her boyfriend. What is wrong with Katie's hair? What the hell does she have on her head? I know she's, into this boho chic thing, but that piece of hair she had just did not look right. I mean, if it was a wig, which I think it's a wig, it just looked really unkept. So it look unkept. It didn't look like a wig you would wear to a formal event. So her hair looked all over the place. And we finally get to meet Katie's mom. And not surprising at all, Katie's mom and Candace's mom hit it off pretty quick and pretty well. Because they talking about, we had to pay for the kids' rent, and they spoiled their mortgages, and they're spoiled, and they look like they gonna be good girlfriends moving forward. So the girls was asking Katie boyfriend about the conversation he had, about with Michael about calling him on the private line. Katie boyfriend really thought it was weird. He actually, with all the stuff that's been going on, he kind of gets it and see why everybody is in the tisk about Michael. Katie mentions that Michael and Ashley are selling the restaurant, which if you go into real time now, that restaurant has since closed. I think we're going to learn more about it as the season go on and as we get to the end, especially around the reunion time. But they were saying they was going to sell the restaurant. The girls thought that was not a good idea because they felt that would be something if Ashley was to walk away from her marriage, that would be something that was tangible for her to have, would be the business. But we'll learn more about that as we move forward. From there, they talk about, they tell Candace, that Monique pretty much showed Ashley the conversation they had via text messages. And Giselle and Robert told Candace that Monique pretty much threw you under the bus. Candace in her confessionals, and she was just saying that she feels a little bit betrayed, but she's going to take the information she had put in her bag, in which she had a gift bag, I believe. It was like a baby shower gift for Monique because she thought Monique was coming. But they were saying Monique right now feel like she can't fit in none of her gala gowns, due to her being big. But Candace says she's going to take what the information that was given, and she will talk to Candace at a later time. The girls feel like Monique is not real. They feel like she has a wall up and she doesn't, do anything wrong. And her husband, Chris, is so laid back. It's like he's the complete opposite. So from there, let me make sure I got my notes right. Okay. Okay. So, moving on from there, Ashley arrives in Atlanta, and the first stop they take is to meet with her Aunt Sheila and Sheila's husband. They have not seen each other in about 12 years. And the uncle was just saying, the aunt was saying that they did not tell the father that she was in town. They didn't text him. They didn't do anything because they feel like he would just simply not be at home or not answer or not do anything. So the goal, I guess, is try to catch him off guard. The uncle had mixed emotions, mixed feelings about Ashley seeing her dad. He said he agreed to the many moon ago when Ashley's mother left and decided to take Ashley with her because he said he felt like the man was not at a good spot at that point. So, Ashley is wondering to know, has he changed? Has he had a better heart since then? But the uncle was like, he feel like she should leave it alone. She shouldn't do it. And Ashley was just telling him that, Michael feels the same way. Ashley's mother, who's also named Sheila, if you know, she was just saying she just really want Ashley to get the closure that she really needs. So Aunt Sheila and her husband agreed to go with Ashley to meet her dad. So they all depart, and while in the car, Ashley and her mother are Ashley's trying to rehearse, what steps or process they can take. She said she feel like maybe Sheila should be first thing at the door, front and center, because he knows her, and maybe it won't be so awkward. So they pull up to the house. Ashley gets extremely, extremely nervous, but Sheila, Sheila grabs her, holds her, and they shows them walking to the door of her dad, and it stops there and it says to be continued. So that is pretty much it. So next week we really get to see what happens. Do you think he gonna be at home? A little part of me is thinking that he may not be at home. I'm not sure, but I hope he opens the door and be open to speak to Ashley and give her the love and support she needs. But that is it. That is all. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos. Peace out.